Welcome to the darkest corners of the digital age. We live in an era where horror isn't just found in long-forgotten archives or old film reels. It is captured in 15-second bursts, uploaded by ordinary people in the middle of the night. TikTok has become a breeding ground for the unexplained, a place where the mundane suddenly turns into the macabre. Tonight, we are counting down 3 specific videos that have transcended mere creepy status to become digital urban legends. These are the videos that people claim carry a heavy energy, the kind of clips that stay with you long after you've scrolled past. Before we begin, look around you. Are you truly alone, or is something else watching this screen with you? Take a breath. Turn down your lights, and let us descend into the abyss of the world's most disturbing social media archives.
Our first entry starts in a typical suburban home. A young creator was filming a simple dance challenge, something millions do every day. But as she moves to the beat, the focus of the camera shifts. In the background, behind the half-open door of her closet, a hand, thin, pale, and impossibly long, slowly grips the edge of the wood. The creator is oblivious, laughing and performing for her followers, while the entity in the shadows seems to be studying her. It doesn't move with the frantic energy of a prankster. It moves with the cold, calculated patience of a predator. This video wasn't discovered by the creator until hours after it was posted, when her comment section became a wall of frantic warnings. Some say it was a home intruder, but the way the fingers elongated and the unnatural gray hue of the skin suggests something far more sinister than a mere human threat.
The aftermath of this specific upload was a storm of controversy. Paranormal investigators and forensic video analysts took the clip apart frame by frame. What they found was even more disturbing. As the figure in the closet retreats, its eyes reflect the phone's ring light, but they aren't positioned where human eyes should be. They are too wide apart, shimmering with a predatory bioluminescence. The creator later posted a follow-up, visibly shaken, claiming she lived alone and that the closet was filled with heavy boxes that would have made noise if moved. Yet, the video shows the door sliding silently. This clip serves as a terrifying reminder that our homes, the places we feel safest, are often shared with things we cannot explain. It is the silence of the entity that haunts the viewers most. It didn't want to be noticed. It just wanted to watch.
Why do these short clips affect us so deeply? Psychologists suggest it's the found footage effect. The raw, unedited nature of TikTok makes the horror feel immediate and real. Unlike a Hollywood movie, there are no credits, no makeup artists, and often no explanation. We are left with the chilling possibility that what we are seeing is an objective truth captured by a lens. As we move into our second video, the atmosphere shifts from home invasion to something more ancient and spectral. This next clip comes from a remote hiker who decided to live stream his walk through a dense forest at twilight. He thought he was alone in the wilderness, but the forest has ears, and that evening it decided to speak back in a voice that sounded human, yet lacked any soul. In the middle of the live stream, the hiker stops. He hears his own name being called from deep within the brush, but the voice doesn't sound like a friend. It sounds like a recording, flat and monotonous. As he turns his camera toward the sound, the light catches a figure standing perfectly still between 2 pine trees. It is wearing a bright yellow raincoat, similar to the one the hiker is wearing. But as he approaches, the figure begins to mimic his movements with a terrifying delay. When he raises his left hand, the figure raises its right 3 seconds later. It is a mere image that shouldn't exist. The hiker begins to run, and the sound of his heavy breathing is punctuated by the sound of the thing behind him, also mimicking the sound of his panic, laughing in his own voice. The stream ended abruptly when the hiker tripped, and his phone fell into the mud, capturing one last frame of a face that was a blank, skin-covered void. This video was deleted by the platform almost immediately for disturbing content, but fragments survived in screen recordings. The forest mimic, as it came to be known, represents one of our deepest fears, the loss of identity, and the existence of things that can wear our likeness like a suit. Skeptics claim it was a clever edit or a friend in a matching outfit, but the latency in the mimicry and the lack of facial features in the final frame have never been successfully debunked using standard editing software. Local authorities reported no missing persons in that area, but the hiker's account has since gone dark, his profile wiped clean as if he never existed. Is it possible for a digital entity to follow someone out of the screen and into reality? Some viewers of this clip have reported hearing their own names whispered in their homes shortly after watching.
We are now halfway through our journey into the forbidden. If you are feeling a sense of dread, you are not alone. These videos cap into the uncanny valley, where things look almost human, but are just off enough to trigger an ancient survival instinct. It's a biological warning telling us to run. Take a second to breathe. The final video we are about to see is widely considered a holy grail of TikTok horror. It doesn't feature a monster or a ghost in the traditional sense. Instead, it captures a glitch in reality, a moment where the fabric of our world seemed to tear open for just a few seconds. Before we reveal the final clip, make sure you've locked your doors. The third video is the reason many people have stopped using the app altogether late at night.
Our final video takes us to a deserted shopping mall after hours. A security guard was doing his rounds, filming a TikTok to show how creepy the empty corridors were. He walks past a row of mannequins in a high-end clothing store. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until he pans the camera back. One of the mannequins is gone. He laughs it off, thinking a coworker is playing a prank. He enters the store, calling out a name, but the only response is the hum of the air conditioning. He turns a corner and finds all 20 mannequins from the storefront standing in a perfect circle in the middle of the dark sales floor. They aren't just standing there, they are all facing the center, where his own lost keys, which he hadn't even realized were missing, are lying on the carpet. The guard's breath hitches, and as he steps back, the mannequins all turn their heads in perfect unison to look at him.
The sheer impossibility of the movement is what makes this footage unbearable. Mannequins have no joints that allow for that kind of fluid, neck-snapping rotation. The guard begins to scream and bolts for the exit, but the mall seems to have changed. The exits are no longer where they should be. Every corridor leads back to the same store, the same circle of plastic figures. The video ends with the guard cornered against a glass window, the camera dropping to the floor. The last thing we see before the phone's battery dies is a mannequin's hand, cold and unmoving, reaching down to pick up the device. The guard was found the next morning in a catatonic state, unable to speak, clutching a plastic hand that had been broken off from a display. The video he recorded was found on his phone, but the mall's official security cameras showed him walking alone in circles, talking to empty space.
The internet remains divided on the mall incident. Some call it a masterpiece of ARGs and clever editing, while others point to the guard's actual medical records and the bizarre physical evidence left at the scene. How do we explain the discrepancy between his phone's footage and the mall security feed? Some believe that digital devices, like smartphones, can see into a frequency that the human eye and even older analog security systems cannot perceive. We might be walking through a world populated by entities that only become visible when viewed through a screen. This brings a whole new meaning to the filters we use every day. What are they hiding? Or more accurately, what are they revealing that we aren't meant to see with our naked eyes?
As we conclude this countdown, we have to wonder about the nature of the content we consume. Every time we watch these videos, we are, in a sense, inviting these stories into our lives. We are opening a door to the possibility that the world is much stranger and more terrifying than we realize. TikTok, with its infinite scroll and algorithmic precision, knows exactly what scares you. It knows when you linger on a frame of a shadow, or when you replay a scream. These 3 videos are just the tip of the iceberg. There are thousands more hidden by the algorithm, waiting for the right person to find them in the dead of night. The question isn't whether these videos are real, but whether you are prepared for what happens if you ever find one that is meant specifically for you. Thank you for joining me on this descent into the digital unknown. If these stories chilled you, perhaps it's a sign to keep your lights on tonight. The internet is a vast place, and not everything that lives there stays behind the screen. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the macabre, make sure to show your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the unexplained, the paranormal, and the truly terrifying. Check out our other videos if you dare. And remember, next time you see a glitch on your screen, don't assume it's just a bad connection. It might be something trying to get out. Sleep well, if you can.